So we'll be talking about our rights and obligations. We'll be talking about our rights and obligations as it affects, one another, you and me and another person. We often say, I have right to do this. Don't I have right to do this? But one thing we don't understand is that you have right to do that, yes, but you are also under obligation to do the other. Okay? Yes. Where your right stops, another person's right starts. Any right goes with obligation to do something, and that is it. Yes. So we'll be talking about so many things here. In Kaka's Corner, we talk about our lives, our environments, what affects us as humans, and what affects others. Okay, good. So we'll be talking about family, marriages, guardianship, so many things, tenancy, property, successions, you know. I'm very sure that we know that in our society today, there are some people that are waiting for their elder brother to die or their brother to die so that they will inherit that person. You will be waiting for somebody to die so that you inherit the person. Or if a man dies, you will go and inherit the person, leaving the widow and the children empty-handed, leaving them without nothing. Leaving them without nothing. A man will struggle all his life to give his children a better life. Then when he's no more, you will go and take away all that he worked for, leaving the children without nothing. It's quite unfair, and it's unfortunate that we practice such things till now. Some society will share up to the boxers of that man, up to the boxers that the man was using when he was alive. I've heard a story. The lady said, when the father died, I won't call the state and I won't call the community, but people from that place will know that when the father died, even the fruit that the father planted, that the brother couldn't pluck it, because when he went to pluck it, another of their uncle shouted at him, and the boy was like, is it not our orange? He said, no, it's not your own again now. It's now mine. You can imagine what his father planted when he was alive. Another uncle is saying, it's not your own again, it's now mine. So what? Even if it's yours, your brother's child will not take orange from your orange. And this was an uncle they said they saw wearing their father's boxers. Does it not irritate them? Does it not irritate them? What does it mean? You will want to take all the houses and share them? You will want to take all the cars? Somebody's husband just died because it's your brother. You're coming into the woman's house to come and say, where are the peppers? Bring the pepper. And you know your husband has land in Port Harcourt. Bring it. There is one land they say he has in Owerri. Bring it. What kind of a thing is that? So after taking these things, what will the children live on? What will they grow with? The man that planned and built these things for the children knew that when he will be getting old, he will not have strength to struggle again. At least they will fall back to this before the children will stand on their own. And you're taking them away from them? That's carelessness. It's wickedness. It's not a culture. If that culture is still existing, please, it's supposed to be repugnant by now. If that culture is supposed to be existing, this generation should please change it. It's not just right. Because somebody can wake up and kill the brother because you want to inherit him. But thank God that some men now, what they do, when they want to buy property, people from those areas, when they want to buy property, they don't buy, they use their children's name to buy. So that when you come to take paper, you won't see any documents on the person's name, on your brother's name. And when you don't see any documents on your brother's name, I don't think you have anything to take. You will go and rest. Another one happened recently. A struggling young man, a security man. He was doing security in a hotel. The wife was a janitor in one of these schools. The boy fell ill. Nobody brought money to help. But when he died, they were able to rent a just one room apart, or just one room self-contained with 3 children. And they were managing. The boy was able to buy a little television in his house, just try to make the place comfortable for the children and the wife. But he took ill and he died in the process. What happened? The siblings came inside that one room. Tell me what is in one room that you want to remove. Your brother has 3 children. Is that love? Do you really love that your brother? If you love your brother, you will protect his children. So if that man does not have anything, you cannot pick the children and train them. They came into that one room, they removed the television, they removed every reasonable thing in that room. They packed out. Do they think? No, do they think? After removing those things, so what? Do you people realize that those children there are your blood? Male children, they will grow in that family tomorrow and they will see their mother crying today. And subsequently, as they are growing, their mother will be telling them the story. And it happened before them. They will recall. And you as an uncle, you want to tell me that tomorrow, when that child becomes reasonable, turns into a grown man, a meaningful, that's when the child grows into an adult and is doing well, you want to tell me that the child will come back to you to thank you for taking care of them when their father died as children. It's a pity that we are still practicing these things. It's a pity. We often hear of their father died and they were fighting. They were fighting over properties. Is it that you don't know who is supposed to take? I don't know. You don't know who is supposed to step in as the father in that house. So we are here to treat all those things. We are here to treat all those things so that we educate you and tell you what marriage is and tell you what we will talk about so many things. We will talk about so many things. We will talk about so many things. Domestic violence. We will talk about so many things. So you need to follow the page. You need to like the page and share it so that people will, benefit from it. People will benefit from it. We'll talk about abuse. We'll talk about abuse, yes. Even educated people, it's not people in the village that they abuse. Educated people are being abused, are in abusive marriage. Educated people. You will see a lawyer abusing the wife. Yes, a male lawyer abusing the wife. You will see a doctor abusing the wife. You will see a female lawyer taking the abuse. So it's everywhere. It's not just for a particular people. It's not for the market women. It's not for the market women. It's not for the market women. It's for me and you, people that are using social media. We know about it. I don't know why we keep quiet. Tomorrow they will say this one died. This one died because of abuse, because you kept yourself. For that, you left yourself to be abused, or you want to abuse somebody. If you're a man and you cannot control your temper, I think you need to be evaluated. You need evaluation. You can't just get angry because you're angry. You start beating somebody. Do you beat yourself? Do you beat yourself as a man? You don't beat yourself as a man. So you don't need to start beating another person. You can talk. You sit down and talk. How can you be beating a wife? Is it your sister? Is it your younger sister? Even if it's your sister, at a certain age, you should stop beating her. You should stop. You now call her, sit her down and talk. Not to beat. What's wrong with you? So we will talk about so many things. And remember, there's nothing we will talk about without talking about family. What family is. Because whatever thing you see in the society, whatever thing you see in the community, it starts from family. It starts from family. Whatever thing you see in the society or in the community, it starts from family. That is why they say family is the smallest unit. Family is the smallest unit in a social structure. Family is the smallest unit in a social structure. Whatever thing that comes out starts from family. So there's no way you will talk about our communities, our society without talking about family. And remember, there's no family without relationship. There's no family without relationship. If you want to count from where you're coming from, your parents were in a relation before you came out. You were in a relation, or you are in a relation and your children came out. So when we talk about family, we talk about relationship between the opposite parties. You know, there are words we will not use here because of social media, Facebook standard. Okay, so I'm just I hope you will follow me. I hope you will understand what I'm saying. You can ask your questions, comment positively. If you're a lawyer, you can contribute. There's no problem. Ask your questions. Anyone you don't understand, ask your questions. Any topic you want us to treat, just send us and we will do justice to that. Okay? So we're talking about family. We say there must be a relationship for you to start making family. You must be in a relationship for you to start making family. Family is the basis for every human community. Yes, family is the basis for every human community. And we will not talk about marriage without talking about family. Because it's through marriages that families comes out. When you are in a marriage, when you are in a relationship, you start building your family, you start making your family. Okay? You start making your family. So what is marriage? What is marriage? We're not talking about credit marriage. We're not talking about credit marriage. What is marriage? We're not talking about credit marriage. We will talk about that. It's a full topic on its own. Cohabitation. We will talk about that. So what is marriage?